So a lot of people ask me where I got my quadrobics stilts. Now, before I answer that question, I gotta say, I'm not a quadrobist. I don't really do it, except for just back now, and if I do it, it's very few and far between. Now, when I was 14 years old, I did it quite a lot. Usually traditionally on my hands and feet, and it hurt my back like hell. And now that I'm 20, it's even worse. So, back then I made these handy dandy stilts, and I'm gonna try and explain to you how to make them. Now, first, you gotta get your hands onto some old crutches, which I think might be the most difficult part because I have no idea where the hell you get crutches. Now, I got mine at a yard sale. As you can see, there are two different types of crutches somebody sold for €4, which I think I haggled down to €3. Anyway, I got these especially for the purpose of making stilts. Now, the stilts were obviously about this, about this tall, because, you know, you're supposed to use them on your arms. So for that, I had to cut them down. I got a little help from my dad and his handy dandy power saw. So you must have a power saw for this, or any type of saw that can cut through quite rough steel. Now, if you don't have that, maybe you can go to a hardware store, and sometimes in the back of the hardware store they have machines that they can saw, for example, planks of wood or stuff for you. Maybe they have a power saw there, and you know, it's always worth the chance to ask it if they might be able to cut something like this for you. Alright, now, how did I make these stilts the correct height? Well, I was about 15 at the time I made these, so I've grown quite a bit, but they still fit quite well because I made them slightly too big. So let me show you how you measure the correct height. So, you have your long stilts, you put them aside for a minute, and then you bow forward like this, right? So about where you want the stilts to be. Make sure your back is right, or in the position you want your back to be in when you're running. And then you measure, or someone else measures for you, that would be easier, the height you need from the floor to your hands. And then you get your handy dandy stilts, the long ones, and you measure the same thing but with the stilts next to you. And with those two measurements, you can make a mark on the stilt where you need to cut it. So then you cut it. You cut both the stilts. Make sure they're the same height, which I think I kind of fucked up with these. This one's slightly taller. That might be because of the duct tape. Make sure they're the same height. Now you have your crutches. Quite simple. You saw them. They're the correct height. But you might notice that holding them is really uncomfortable. And especially when you have open crutches like these, your hand will just slip through the hole. Me being not that crafty at this, got some foam, because the foam is to make it more comfortable. And I also put foam around the handles because those were very hard plastic and it generally hurt my hands. So I put some foam around it, quite a thick piece. So if I grab it, it gives away a little bit. I've got a very comfortable and soft grip. Now, I also put foam on the inside of the crutches for the same purpose of being comfortable. So, and also for the purpose, like your hand can't really slip through, but it's sturdy. Like, it's on there. So you make the crutches more comfortable, and also you make sure that they fit tightly around your arms, so that they don't fall off if you lose your grip. And then last but not least, you make sure the area where you make contact with the ground is a little bit bigger. Now, I used to run with these crutches just with the end sawed off, and not only did it make scratches on the floor, didn't land very well, and I fell very easily. So for this, I just wrapped an entire roll of duct tape on these mofos just to make the surface bigger, and also to get a comfortable bounce when you run. So that's quite easy. You just duct tape the hell out of them. That's it. And then you have your crutches and you can practice running. Now, obviously, doing quadrobics on your hands and feet is a better exercise because you exercise a lot of muscles. Still, this is also a very good exercise and it's a lot more comfortable on your back. It does take a bit of practice because you cannot bend these like your arms would. So you have to kind of, you know, get the hang of it. But once you do, it's actually quite easy and it takes a lot less energy from you than actually running on your hands and feet. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you found this handy and I really hope that you can make your own. If you do, please let me know because I would love to see or hear about it. So, good luck! I hope these stilts can help you run a lot longer and better and more comfortable.